Hello, my name's Darren, and welcome to this OTG business briefing for 2014. We're going to begin by focusing on the attributes that we believe are crucial for success in business. So please ask yourself, do you have the attributes such as positivity, having a positive mindset, being coachable, willing to learn, willing to listen, not being a know-it-all? Are you driven to succeed and achieve your goals? Are you somebody who likes to have fun? Do you consider yourself to be open-minded? Are you trustworthy with the highest of integrity and ethics? Are you action-oriented, willing and prepared to take the action necessary to succeed? Well, the good news is somebody does see these attributes in you. That's the reason that you were invited to take a look at this business briefing. So please make sure you say thank you to that person. Now we're going to take a look at this time and money graph, and we're going to plot the typical journey that people take through this graph during their lifetime. For most of us, we start out our adulthood as students, and in this situation we're quite a long way to the right-hand side on the time graph because we have a lot of spare time. But we're at the bottom of the money line. We generally don't have very much money when we're students. Then we move on to our first job and begin the career ladder as an employee. We stay at the bottom of the money line because although we're earning more money now, we've also got more bills to pay. And in many cases, we've actually got less disposable income as employees than we had when we were students. But we've shifted to the left-hand side here of the timeline because all that spare time that we used to enjoy, we're now spending that working for a living. Now, the very sad thing is that 95% of people spend their entire working lives in this bottom left-hand box. No money, no time. How can we break free? There's a couple of ways. Either we get a promotion and move on up in the career ladder, or we break free and start our own business. So let's take a look at those. Here, if it's all worked out well, we are making more money. We've moved up the money line. But we still haven't moved further to the right on the timeline. In fact, most of the time with a promotion or with starting your own business, you have even less time to yourself than you had as an employee, usually working longer hours. In a business, you're the first one in and the last one out in most cases. And on the career path, working long hours and often with a heavy commute at either end of the working day. So our goal is to get into that elusive top right-hand corner. It's a fact that only 5% of people end up there with plenty of time and enough money. At retirement, that's where we'd like to be, but all too often, if we do choose to retire today and for future generations, it means a drop in our income. That's why many people of retirement age actually stay in that lower left-hand box of employee because they simply can't afford to stop working because they need to pay their bills and the income that they're looking at in retirement won't cut it. So to get into this box where we have all the money that we need to pay our bills and enjoy the lifestyles that we'd like to live and have the time to truly enjoy it, how can we get in there? There are a few different ways. One is to invest probably a 7-figure sum in either the stock market or other investment vehicles and live from the dividends or the interest from the investment. This is an income that doesn't require you to work to generate it, so your time is free to enjoy that income. Another way is to have a portfolio of properties, which provided the mortgages are paid off or at least are very low, the income from rental arrives without the need for you to be working to generate that. Again, it's because you own that asset that is generating the income. It's the difference between working for money and having money working for you. For most people, they simply don't have the capital required to have that investment income or that property income. But the good news is that you can build an asset instead of buying one. That's what we teach at OTG, is how to create a business system, which once it's built, if built properly, can generate an ongoing revenue stream without the need for you to be working. That's what we're going to focus on in this business briefing. The briefing is going to be made up of 5 key points which OTG recognizes as being absolutely crucial for success in business. The first one of these is trends. It's very, very important that trends are working in your favor and not against you. It's very, very tough to survive, let alone thrive, in an industry where the trend has already passed and the demand is declining all the time. That's why we see businesses who have failed to adapt going out of business. So that's the first key point we're going to be focusing on, is how to get trends in your favor, how to get in front of the biggest trends and leverage them. We're also going to be taking a look at partnering. Business partners are so important these days. It's very, very tough on your own. Whatever sector of business or industry you choose to go into, there will be multinational corporations also operating in that sector. This is your competition. They've got deeper pockets than you. They're able to negotiate better deals than you. They have more favorable tax regimes than you, and they can compete and drive you out of business. So if you can't beat them, we say join them. It's possible to find a corporate partner that you can partner with in order to maximize your chances of success in an ever-competitive marketplace. We're going to talk about products because every single business has people buying products or services from them. Without this, they have no money, they have no business. But if the products or services that you're offering are generally available, then there's always going to be someone prepared to sell it for less. Margins get eroded, profits go down, and businesses fail. However, if there's some element of exclusivity or uniqueness about what it is that you're offering, provided the trends are in your favor, customers will beat a path to your door. We're also going to look at compensation. That is to say, being financially rewarded for your efforts. The key and crucial difference that we're going to focus on here is leveraged compensation. 95% of people have no leverage in the way that they are paid. Yet all wealthy people have one thing in common, a form of leverage. We're going to explain leveraged compensation and why it's so important that your business model includes it. And of course, finally, we're going to cover timing, because success in business depends on the right timing. So we look forward to sharing these with you in part 2 of this briefing.